name is Ghost Brew. Hold on. Make sure. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. Now, because it's in honor of Halloween, I'm not going to be on tomorrow. I might, because I'm going over to my friend's house for Halloween, so boom. So, we might as well want to tell some tales for Halloween. So, today is your lucky day. Because, considering I won't be on tomorrow, might as well do it now. Okay, so hold on guys, wait, I'm gonna wait until we get into a game. Alright guys, so as soon as the game starts up, I'm actually gonna tell you guys a little bit of a tale, basically. Considering it's in honor of Halloween, so I might as well. Alrighty. So, back in my, what was it, middle school days actually. You know, on Halloween every single year, me and my friends, we would prank each other. So the one day, however, we decided it would be pretty cool to pull a prank on our teachers. Basically, what had happened that day was, if I can remember correctly, like, we didn't know about a possible, was it lockdown drill? Okay. So, me and my friends decided to pull a prank on our teachers, basically, in honor of Halloween. However, that's not how it went. We were starting up the prank, but then, at that very moment, when we were starting to plan it all out, the announcements come on. Technically saying that there was a shooter in the school, but there actually wasn't. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh my god, we're all gonna die, and all that stuff. But, that's not exactly how it went down. So, of course, during the lockdown drill, we actually, fuck, what had happened? Well, what had happened was, there was, during the lockdown drill, the lights literally went out. So I'm thinking in my head, alright, the teacher has to shut off the lights, but the whole school was out of power, and we didn't know what to do. So I'm kind of sitting there, thinking like, oh my god, this is freaking scary, and it really was. But that very moment, what we didn't know was that, the lights were, they were going nuts, like they were flickering and all that stuff. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is weird. So the door opened up and it was completely locked. There was no way to get in unless you had the key, which the principal did. But the principal didn't walk in at all. There was nobody at the door. So in my head I'm thinking, that's weird, why would the door open? And I asked my buddy who was sitting next to me. He's like, I asked him what was going on, and he said, honestly, he didn't know, but at that time, considering that it was Halloween and everything, it could have been a teacher pulling a prank on us, or it could have been the principal, because he has access to the light and the power box. That's not how it went down, though. then the door closes suddenly. Like we didn't see nobody at the door because, you know, the doors had the windows on it, okay? And I'm being completely honest, there was nobody at the door. Like, it opened up, and then all of a sudden it closed. And it kept doing that for, I say, about a good 10 minutes. Opening, closing, slamming. It was slamming and all that stuff. So, my buddy asked me what was the matter, because he knew I knew about what was ghosts and everything. I said, I actually don't know. Like, he asked me what category it was, and normally I do know. But it was a category, I believe it was a category 5, which was like a demon-ish thing. But, alright, so after all that, you know, the lockdown drill ended. However, we still had to stay where we were, because there was something else happening too. After the lockdown drill, we actually had to go to the cafeteria for some reason. Like, it wasn't lunchtime, it was actually going towards the end of the day. But, like, we all went to the cafeteria, and all we seen was, which was very, very weird, all we seen was, like, blood on the wall for some odd reason. And my friend asked me if I knew about that. I said that wasn't there before. So, supposedly that ghost was an actual demon. I just don't know how the blood spatter got there, to be honest. I think there was somebody on the stairwell where that demon was, and supposedly, like, I don't know what happened. I think somehow that person was either lifted off the ground and somehow got their head cracked open. Yeah. I also have another story, guys. Hold on. Okay. Another thing that happened was alright, fire drill. Alright, okay, so during a fire drill, which I believe was last year, in my junior year, you know, we were outside after we got outside, the fire alarm and all that stuff. But the fire alarm, however, like all of them, because they have the honking mechanism. They have the buzzer. Yeah, we have the buzzer. Which was very, very weird. They went off, and all of a sudden they stopped for about 10 minutes. For like a good 10 minutes. But the like bell inside of them was still going, but the noise wasn't coming out, and the blinker was like going, but there wasn't the noise. So it wasn't any of us, because we were all trying to get outside. But like the doors, alright, this is where the creepy part comes in. The fire alarm, the noise comes back, but instead of the regular honking that you hear, it was a static, like an actual static, which was pretty scary. It was like beyond scary. Like, it was very, very, very weird. And like, my friend even asked me what was going on, and I said, I personally don't know, because it was a static noise. It wasn't like the actual noise. Like, it was static, like static on the TV, actually, like that you would get like if your TV is old, you know, like if you switch to a channel or whatnot, you know, that static would come on. That's what it sounded like. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, that's very, very weird. Normally that don't happen. Um, so my buddy looks to me and says, "Are you sure this isn't? Are you sure this isn't like a prank or whatnot?" I said no, because the blinkers were going off and everything, you know, and the noise was just static, which was very, very weird. So I'm sitting there, okay, I'm like, alright, something has to be done. So I told the principal, I went to the principal's office. Okay, this is where the creepy part is. I'm sitting there, I'm like knocking at his door, he's not answering. So of course, knowing me, I got pretty nervous about it. So I opened the door, and our principal has his head, like his eyes are behind his head. And oh my god. Let me tell you, I almost shit myself. His eyes were behind his head. He was saying this random stuff that I never heard in my life. He was saying something about the number 666. So I'm like, okay, that's just... So I'm thinking to myself, oh my god. Like I was about to literally shit myself. Like that's how bad I was getting scared. So after that, the principal, like, he got up out of his seat. He went to the basically the system where it controls the fire alarms, and he just turns them off. And he goes to a switch, which was the power box. He goes there and literally flips it off. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's something wrong with him. He flips all the lights off. And then, you know, like, I think like 10 seconds after, because the power box had that setting where like, if he turns off all the power in the school, it'll come back on within 10 seconds. So, okay, of course, it did. It came back on in like 10 seconds. And, oh my god. Like, he was gone completely. There was no sign of him. Like, it was just weird. Damn, that actually gave me goosebumps. Telling that story to this day actually gives me goosebumps. Alright, so that's a story. Okay, I tried. But I will be doing other things too. Ooh. Oh, I got kills while injured actually. That's pretty easy for me. Alright, hang on guys, I'm actually gonna get some stories up. Like, some of the Reddit stories are pretty cool. What is it? Please email me to set up it. Oh, for your English. I'm using to help students complete makeup work. Oh, I already got that done. No worries about that. I got that done already. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna. I think Reddit has them, but I cannot be 100% sure. Alright. This one's called The Whisper. And I have it up on my iPad. So, I'm gonna read it. Alright, so hold on, guys. I just don't want my iPad to fall, that's the problem. Okay. I just finished repainted and redecorated my room, okay? You know, my mom was excited to show it to my sister who lived far away. While we were having some snacks, my mom went to my room to take a video of my room and scan everything. Oh my god. Yeah, it was pretty weird how she you know, came in my room without me knowing. However,
Okay.
she went downstairs and showed us her video. Which, of course, my mom was always that type of person. In the video, we heard few animal noises and a whisper. So basically, like, when I heard the whisper, I was like, okay, that's just weird. Why would there be a whisper in the video? Like, there was nobody in my room at the time.
Got a personal radar drone ready for escort.
We asked Mom what did she say. She said she didn't say anything while taking the video. She was quiet. So, like, yeah, my mom was quiet. Like, she was just filming everything to make sure everything was good. But we swear we heard someone talk. We played the video over and over and over again. He sounded like, yes, he sounded like a male's voice, saying hi. Hi, India. Inde. And a dimmer we call for our little sister. We keep playing the video and clearly hear it. Says hi, Inde. His whisper sounded like he was close to the mic of the phone. So, I think it was either when my mom actually heard it. Here's the thing that happened. Like, she thought in her head there was a ghost in the room, which there was. But why would he know my little sister's name? Later that night, late night at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, as I was about to sleep, half asleep, suddenly I heard a whisper very close to my ear saying, hi, my real name. Which was, like, weird. It got me fully awake and wasn't able to sleep until 5 a.m. I felt cold air on my left arm while my right arm was just at normal temperature. When I heard the whisper, my mom believed it was my late brother who misses us. It has been a while since we visited his grave. Yeah, so, technically speaking, yeah, it was my grave. But yeah, that's the video I read up. That's the story I read out of Reddit. Damn. But I mean, I hope you guys do have a safe Halloween, because this year, I hate to say it, there was no trick-or-treating this year due to CDC guidelines, but I'm going over to my friend's place to hang out, you know, wear my costume, watch scary movies. That's about it. Oh god, they have a fucking Watchmen. Well, like, I'm really hoping that that says alright. Well, I'm really hoping that this Halloween pretty much goes well for me and my friend, because I never went to my friend's house in a while. I know a couple years ago I was gonna go over to my friend's place, which I did. But I never been to my friend's house ever since. So he invited me over for Halloween. I'm not sure about my friend Dylan. I hope he can come with me. But I know Halloween night is kind of special. Alright, because it's a night of haunting, scaring, candy giving, all that basic stuff. But for Halloween though this year, you guys may want to be careful, because there is a full moon and everything else, and people say in Pennsylvania, which is where I'm from, there was a tale back in the day. I believe it was the tale of the wolf or whatnot. I don't know. There's like a sighting of a werewolf somewheres around PA. And I believe them on that, because I remember the one night, okay, which was like a few years ago. I was still little. I was like very, very little. You know, I used to go out with my friends, you know, trick-or-treating to get some candy. Alrighty, well, that night, like that night, me and my friends, alright, so, you know, I have friends that, Some of them actually older. And what had happened was my friend said he saw something. So okay, I'm thinking, okay, it's probably just a bat or whatnot. Because you know, sometimes you can see bats on Halloween and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. But that's not how it was. He said there was a wolf type figure like lurking around. So you know, I didn't believe him at first. No, knowing me, I don't believe him. So of course I looked very closely and vividly. I saw it, and after that I was starting to shit myself. I'm like, oh my god. And ever since then I've been so afraid to even go out. I know last year I went out and we didn't actually see the figure this time. Like we're all grown up and everything, so we didn't actually see it this year. But there is a possibility of it actually being there, possibly this Halloween, because there is a full moon and it's actually a rare one too, which is a blue moon, which is very very rare.
That's a kill.
And I'm like, oh my god. I'm hoping that I could be able to see it.
Enemy UAV overhead.
But just beware, guys. If you guys do see the sighting of that wolf figure, do not approach it. There's nothing I can say. Do not approach it. Let it go away. If it does not go away, then you know, then just run from it. I believe that's what I do. But if it does smell blood on you, like you know, like if you're having like a nosebleed that night, it could smell blood from about an hour away, maybe a mile away, 2 miles. It will start chasing you because it has a lust for blood. I believe it'll turn you into one of them, which surprisingly, which never happened. But you know, that's just like a rumor going around. Saying if it does smell your blood and everything else, it will come after you. So that's why I'm actually going to be cautious going to my friends before, like after I get out of work, I'm going right to my friend's house because, you know, I'm making cupcakes and everything, so that's pretty cool. But it's a Halloween tradition I like to do. Like it's like sometimes when I go over to my friend's place, I always make cupcakes for all of us to eat. So it's pretty cool. And also I gotta get candy this year too. But guys, at like about 1 o'clock I'm gonna have to end it because I actually have to go to my grandma's house. Because I have to go pick up the candy and stuff. Make sure I have everything, and I gotta wear a hat and everything else because it's cold. It's cold up. Basically, I'm almost done with getting gold on everything on my melees. I'm just hoping that I could grab myself. Oh, I got killed while injured, yeah. And I'll actually prove to you guys that I have my combat knife gold and I have these gold. I'm just trying to get my Kali sticks gold so that way I could like so I can get them. I think I have to get them platinum, but I only have one more to do, which of course is my Kali sticks, which are not that hard to do. They're pretty damn easy. Well, actually, I gotta end it at like 12:30. No, actually 12 o'clock because I have a Google Meets. And then when I get down to my grandma's, I could still live stream. Hopefully. So I got like, or maybe I can actually come back on afterwards. I'm hoping I could, so I could like after my Google Meets and everything, I might. I mean, we're not really gonna do much today because we already did our book work, so I might be able just to play while the Google Meets is going on, but I have to be careful. I have to have my camera off and stuff. I might need it.
Personal radar drone standing by.
Back.
Copy. Falcon 3 en route. Personal radar coverage.
But these are actually pretty easy to do. For some reason, I like using them because their damage range actually comes pretty cool. Actually,
Back.
which is really good. I actually like the Kali 6.
Personal radar
But for Halloween this year,
enemy at the cargo container.
it's gonna pretty much suck this year because of COVID. But yet, I'm actually still gonna have a little bit of fun this year.
Enemy at the dumpster.
Cause like I'm actually going over to my friend's house and all that stuff. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Cause like he even said I can come over and chill with him, you know, and all that stuff. So after work tomorrow, I'm gonna have to let him know and everything else. Cause I gotta stay at my grandma's tonight, and I'm making cupcakes and everything else. It's gonna be
Enemy
like,
personal radar. Friendly UAV online.
damn it, stole my kill, bro.
EMP drone away.
Damn it, I EMP'd myself.
Enemy at the cargo containers.
But I don't know if my friend can make it. That's the problem. He's he might be busy, so sucks.
Friendly care package inbound. Enemy at the dumpster.
Planting Claymore.
Oh yeah, I also remember during lunch this one time in my, what was it, sixth? No, it was during my 6th grade year. I remember this one time during lunch on Halloween. It was creepy. But we were all sitting there eating, you know, like always, like normally, all of us eating. So we basically, you know, had some lunch and everything else. But however, when lunch was about to end, the announcements came on, right?
Enemy at the courtyard.
And I'm thinking, oh my god, and we're getting out early. We weren't. The voice on the loudspeaker was not normal. Like, even our assistant principal was like, that's not our principal, that's somebody else.
Package inbound.
Down you go.
Personal
Find
radar
them.
drone standing by.
So we didn't know who it was. So we're thinking, oh, someone might have hacked into the the comm thingies.
Using a stun. give you cover.
So, during that ordeal,
Find them.
what had happened was there was nobody in the office at that point. There's like, because all of them had lunch duty except for the secretary. She, you know, she likes me and everything else. So, you know, it wasn't her because she wasn't even in the office. She wasn't even in the office. She was sick that day.
Enemy care package inbound. Enemy personal radar online.
This is Falcon 3-0. Personal radar
So, you know,
recalling to base.
then my principal called later that day to apologize and to say that that was like a recording, but it wasn't. It was our school was pretty much
Enemy
haunted
counter
after that.
UAV online.
Enemy at the office.
So basically, after this, guys, I have to end it.
Enemy sentry gun active.
That's pretty much all I have for right now. Like, I'm trying to think of other scary stories, but I know I have to get backstabbing kills and everything with these, so I just gotta level them up a lot.
Sentry down.
On your side!
Oh, I got H2O already on these.
Planted Claymore.
I think H2O is pretty much you have to get backstabbing kills.
Keep fighting. We've got this. Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover. Personal radar drone standing by. Enemy personal radar online.
I see movement. Throwing grenade. Planted Claymore.
Outstanding. I expect nothing less.
Alright guys, I hope you guys did enjoy though. I will be back with more probably later, hopefully, so hope you guys enjoyed.